Yes, my presentation today was really about building emotional bonds with consumers to build trust and therefore really grow power brands. Because I think today's world, we've lost touch with our consumers. We really don't understand our consumers. And particularly in the OTC world, it really is about problem solution. And the more we talk about problem solution, the more we're preaching to our consumers. And today's empowered consumers, they don't want preaching, right? They want to be connected to our brands, our company, and so on. And the only way we can do that is to talk on an emotional basis with something that I call a real consumer insight. Well, the industry, as we know, is flatlining. It's anemic growth. We don't have any big, bold, new innovations going on. So I believe that we have to do something. And my message to the industry is really, really stop talking about problem solution advertising, really, and connect with your consumers. OTC, as we called ourselves, is really the over-the-counter industry. And how much more product focused do you want to get over the counter? Right? So we need to move to CHC, which is consumer healthcare, which means we have to put the consumer at the heart of everything we do. Okay? And we as an industry have not yet grappled with the fact that the consumer is king. I think the key takeaway points that I'm trying to portray in the presentation I talked about is this: it's easy to talk the walk, but it's harder to walk the talk. In other words, a lot of companies say, yes, we're consumer centric, we're consumer focused, but at the end of the day, they really aren't, right? They're still focused on consumer research. If you ask 300 questions, you're going to get 300 answers. Those are not consumer insights. The consumer insight is the magic that if you connect a consumer insight with your brand and you tell a very provocative story around it, you're going to start building emotion. And by building emotion, you build trust. And that's what's missing in today's advertising and what we talk to the consumer. Kudos to Nicholas Hall and the team. I mean, every conference I go to, it's always a fantastic experience. I mean, there's a lot of enthusiasm going on. They're very enlightening. I mean, I learned a lot. I learned a lot over the last couple of days. And by the way, it's also a great time to network with a lot of the contacts because we are a fairly small industry. So, Nicholas Hall always tends to put it on in wonderful places like currently now in Singapore, wonderful venues, great networking, and more importantly, a lot of fun.